everyone. Thanks for coming up today. We have 4 amazing candidates, and we hope that you guys will be able to listen to their speeches for the 2015-2016 presidential election. Yeah, give it to you guys out there. Yeah.
So to introduce to all of you guys, there are 4 candidates this year. First, we have Miffy, Kelly, Colin, and finally, Wang. So how the meeting will work is first we will hear each of their individual speeches, and then afterwards we, as the current student council execs, will be asking them randomized questions, followed by a question and answer period from you guys, okay?
Also, please try to refrain from booing when the candidates are doing their speeches, okay? Cheering is encouraged, so you can do that. Other than that, it's starting as of now.
So please welcome to the floor, Miffy Wang.
Is this yours? Is your mic up?
Okay, so hi Sharks, my name is Miffy Wang, and I've been serving SLSS students since grade 8. I've accumulated over 100 hours over the past 4 years, and have both led and organized many school events. For example, the annual art gallery, Race at the Info Night, and fundraisers for Nepal, Philippines, and Japan, and etc. I've also been the grade 8, 9, and 10 representatives, and at my grade and SLSS students, well informed of all the latest student council events and volunteer opportunities. Now, my first goal for student council next year is to introduce you guys to Shark Fest Week. And what that will be is during the days leading up to the Shark Fest, student council will give out freebies, for example, like ice creams, cookies, or like popsicles during lunchtime to get everyone into the spirit of summer vacation at the end of the school year. Now, my second idea for student council next year is to have at least one event every single month. Now, C11 has over 1,000 students, and by having at least one event every month, promotes more interaction within all the grades, and helps us make friends outside of the group, which will mark the beginning of new possibilities, because we never know what's going to happen in the future. And remember, love me like you do by voting for you. And remember, I'm never going to give you up, I'm never going to let you down, never going to run around and desert you. So vote for you. And remember, a vote for Miffy is a vote for you. And thank you.
Alright, thank you, Miffy. Next up, we have vote Kelly Chang for Chico president. Alright, next up, we have Kelly Chang. Also, once again, please keep quiet during the speeches. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah. Be respectful. Hold it.
Hi there. Some of you might know me, but for those of you who don't, my name is Kelly Chang. I am a grade 11 student that has been waiting in the shadows of student council since grade 9. Dreaming for a chance to make a difference in the school, hoping that one day I could be part of the legendary executive team of student council. Unlike many contrary, I adore people. I adore interacting with people. It's my inner core, my strength, my passion. Over the course of time, I've come to realize that student council was a way for me to communicate with the rest of the school. Our community thrives when everyone comes together and has fun. Do you want, after 5 years of school, to say, gee, 2016 was such a blur, a snooze fest, I can't remember anything that stuck out to me? Or would you rather look back and say, hey man, 2016 was pretty rad. Remember that time you won that pie eating competition and we went back to socials and you threw up? Or maybe, dude, go back to that spirit week where we all dressed up like the 10 members of One Direction. High school was pretty great. As cliche as it sounds, my goal is to make the next year memorable for every student at SUSE London. That said, I brainstormed 3 exciting tweaks to improve school life. The ideas that I have are easily attainable while still being fun for the entire school. I believe that with these ideas and my willingness to follow them through, we'll be able to make 2016 the best year to date. My first idea is to introduce new and old student council events. Things such as Bring Your Own Banana Day, karaoke, holiday-themed lunch performances, cooking challenges, comedy video sessions, and pie eating competitions. Hopefully, these new events will encourage students to participate and have school pride. Another idea I have is to reinvent Spirit Days. Sometimes, students are reluctant to participate in Spirit Days as it is difficult to dress up to the theme all the time. But I plan to have incentives for people who dress up. Also, contests to dress your best. These will encourage students to be part of the school as a community. My last idea is to make student body more involved with student council. It is time for you to decide who you want to lead your school. I can bet you want someone who is driven and focused on working for you. That's me. I hope that you come to voting day. You trust me to become your next student council president. Thank you for your time.
Awesome, Kelly. Okay, next up on the floor is Office Westerman.
High school is stressful, and I think all of us can relate to this. Whether it's from friends, schoolwork, tests, exams, we all get overwhelmed during our 5 years here. Many extracurricular clubs, such as student council, may seem like a chore to some who want to be included but just don't have the time. Well, I have news for you. Most of you people are already involved in the school, and you don't even know it. Just because you don't go to weekly meetings doesn't mean you shouldn't have a say in how our school is run. Do you go to dances? What about Breakfast with Santa, Shark Fest? All of these are run by student council. So even just going to these events shows that you are a part of the school. And I think all of you should be rewarded for it. What I want to have next year is to have events that have universal interests. And by doing this, I think we need to have everyone input all their ideas together, and for all of you to have a say. When it comes to dances, I want next year to be the year where you guys get to choose everything. What I plan to do is have statistics from various DJ companies on our Facebook poll and in our weekly meetings. These statistics will show not only the songs that will be played, the DJs, the ambiance, the equipment, etc., but it will also show visuals so you guys will get to see what the dances look like if we chose that group. It will be a poll, and whatever has the most votes will win. This will be the first dance that's completely in your control. So when you go to the dance and have a great time, you can pat yourself on the back because it was you who had a say in it. What I also plan to do is have more creative events, and especially more creative spirit days. I really have a lot of fun with all the traditional days, such as Nerd Day, Twin Day, Bright and Tight Day, etc. But what about Woman Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday? What about Kylie Jenner Lip Day? Now, I'm not saying we should all bruise our lips just for school spirit. But what I'm saying is that when we have more creative and unique days, a lot of us are more eager to participate. When I first arrived to Speaks in London, I had no idea what to expect. And especially when I first joined student council in my first month of grade 8, I didn't know the amount of experience I would get, and neither the amount of friends I would have. I was a grade 8, 9, 10 rep, and I'm also now a grade 11 chatterer, hoping to become your next president. Over the past 4 years, I've seen dozens of events happen, and being a grade rep has not only let me see how these events are executed and planned, but it's also let me see what students thought of each event and what they would want in the very next one. I was also this year one of 4 who completely controlled all the shadow events along with our team, and that gave me even more experience. A third thing that I have done is ask previous presidents who are now in university their thoughts on their year, what they thought they could do better if they were given another chance. This feedback that I was given was very precious to me because I was in their footsteps right now. And so now that I have what I've taken in, I know what to do and what not to do. Over the years, I've put my all into student council, whether it be the events, the experience, or the meetings. I know that this position requires a lot from the individual, but I have the knowledge and experience to handle it. And I know that when we run this school together next year, side by side, we can make this school the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Next, we have the need to do.
Well, you know what they say, gotta save the best for last. Good afternoon, Sharks. As you may know, my name is Miffy Wang, and I'm one of your presidential candidates for this year's election. Throughout the years, I've put effort and a lot of hours into volunteering and leadership activities within the school and the community. Aside from planning, organizing, and executing various student council shadowers events this year, I've been involved in volunteering for student council events for the past 4 years. I've also put over 120 hours into community engagement and community leadership programs. However, my main focus for the upcoming school year is most definitely student council. I intend to put 120% of my effort into making the next year the best it can be for all of you. As president, I want all members of the school to have a say in the events that include them. A lot of students come out to the dances, to Breakfast with Santa, and to Shark Fest, but not as many are involved in student council and have a say in decisions affecting them. I hope to bring in an online polling option so that the students who aren't as involved and come to the meetings can have a say in things such as dance themes, dance names, and the Spirit Day options. This way, I hope that we can get a larger majority of the school represented at these decisions. Also, I want to bring in rewards and added incentives to be involved in student council events and activities. For example, on Pajama Day during Spirit Week, I hope for there to be hot chocolate so that students who come dressed can get hot chocolate that day. Also, for those who dress up for all of the Spirit Days, they can be entered into a raffle draw to win a prize at the end of the week. Much like the other candidates, I also want to bring back the Bring Your Own Banana Day. It was started a couple years back, and I really enjoyed it. I hope to combine these 2 ideas together, take your ideas, and infuse them with activities and events that can be enjoyed by everyone. I hope that by doing so, I can create a comfortable environment for the students to participate in these events. In closing, I would just like to say that I'm fully committed, absolutely dedicated to making the next year the best it can be for all the students in the school. This year, Isaac's guy has been your guy, but next year, Mun's the one. Needs to do. Here for you. Thank you.
Before we get the executive question for the candidates, we're going to pick out 4 people from the audience to ask questions to the candidates. Would you please raise your hands if you want to ask a question?
Move to the corner, Andrew. Corner. Feet over there.
Question? Want to come down?
Isaac.
And we need one more person. One more person. That's the question.
Isaac!
Is there one more person that would like to ask somebody a question?
Okay, thank you, Winnie, and all the other current presidential candidates. So this concludes all of the speeches. We will now begin the executive question period. At the end of the question and answer period, each selected audience members will come up and ask their questions.
So we prepared a question for each of the candidates, and to start off with Miffy Wang.
So, Miffy, how would you motivate your team, club, and school to be more active? Yes.
What I would do is by starting the promotion period at least 2 to 3 weeks before the event. From seeing all of our candidates' videos, I realized that by making a video to introduce an event is cool and it's a new way to introduce an event. And then I would also use word of mouth and encourage all my executive members to promote the event to their friends and their friends and friends.
Okay, awesome. Next up, we have Kelly.
Alright, Kelly. So, what is your approach when a sudden unforeseen problem arises? Do you have any experiences that validate your problem-solving abilities?
Okay, so does anyone remember the Valentine's Day event with the Shatterers? Yeah, kind of. We all thought with the pre-planning and the 2 months that we spent planning the event, there would be no problems. No problems at all. There were problems. So, with the help of Isaac Tsai and the rest of the execs, we tried to plow through all of the problems that we had, like MC problems, mic problems. We kind of just made it up on the spot. I feel like having lots of experience in student council and events really gives you the skills to go through the problems. So I think that if there were problems ever to arise in events, it would be good to have experienced people be able to problem solve on the spot.
Thank you, Kelly. Alright, so Thomas.
Thomas, what are certain aspects of this year's student council that you would like to change looking back on this year?
Looking back at this year, I actually think that we did a really good job including a lot more people and doing a lot more social media, especially with the videos that were done to help promote events. And I think that was a really great way to do it. What I would try and change, if I could, is I would try and get more people involved in every single event that took place. I do know it's hard since a lot of us don't have the time to go to the weekly meetings or check Facebook every once in a while. But I think that if we can get every single event and get just what the people think, maybe get grade reps to go around the school and do just quick surveys. What do you want for a spirit day? What do you want for a dance? Getting all this input from people not only in student council, but from all around the school will really help us execute a lot of our events.
Thank you, Thomas. Last but not least, welcome, Monique.
Alright, Minnie. So, what are possible struggles you might face in student council next year, and how are you going to approach it?
I think that next year there may be problems with people participating, as that happens a lot in student council. I hope that by taking opinions of the vast majority of the school, the events that we do will appeal to more people. Hopefully, by getting these kind of engaging events, more and more people will come out and volunteer with student council. Thus, we can create a more enjoyable, engaging year.
We now have round questions for each of the candidates. So first up, Miffy.
Understand the concern of how to fund the Shark Press Week. So, as I said, we'll give out like free ice cream bars, like popsicles. So, if I get elected, I plan on meeting with the treasurer in September to plan out like a loose budget for like how much money we're approximately going to spend on every dance, or how much money we're going to profit from it, and to calculate how much money we have for the Shark Press. So we'll actually plan ahead, like to set aside money and to fundraise for other events as well. Okay, thank you.
Okay, how do you feel about your fellow candidates?
How do I feel about them? Like roast-worthy, or like how do I actually feel about them? Okay. Well, I've grown up with them for the past few years, and I think we're actually all pretty great. I've had classes with them. All of their ideas are very similar to my ideas. We just have some personal tweaks on them. I also feel genuinely that they would all do a very good job leading you guys in the school with events and streamlining the process of events. I have nothing bad to say, really.
What do you think about rapper Waka Waka Flame running for president of the United States? What? Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. What do you think about rapper Waka Waka Flame running for president of the United States?
Okay. Thank you for the very important question that I had to answer for this speech. Waka Flocka is my idol. And I'm very proud and I will represent him. And if I get elected president, we'll be president buddies. So, yeah.
Delegate tasks, problem solve. These skills will allow me to be a leader in the school and allow me to help or lead student council effectively throughout the year. Like, you don't have to answer that question.